I got a sound. Instead of clapping, it goes the neural pass. Instead of clapping, you can use this. One sec. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. All right, open them. Oh, it didn't work. I was so scared this guy was gonna die.
God damn it.
Oh, how did it throw it on my butt? Oh! Jesus!
That's actually crazy.
Holy moly!
There's gravel right here.
That's why I was asking for the vacuum.
Oh my god.
I wonder if we got that on video.
I hope you can see the spark it made.
That was crazy, man. That's absolutely crazy. Episode 13.
13.
13. Lucky number 13. Fun fact. Did you know that some hotels only have the number 13 on the elevator?
Did you say only have?
Mm-hmm.
What? No, they take it out.
No.
No. It goes from 12 to 14. What do you mean some hotels only have floor number 13? They take it out.
No,
because
it's lucky. No, it's lucky. Do your
I think I've
research.
actually been to a hotel where 13 wasn't there. Because I thought that was a fake thing, but apparently it's not.
I've been to one, yeah. I think it's called like, I don't know, some hotel in Reno. Freaking dude, I actually like Reno. Like the times that I've been there. Like I also like Vegas too. Like our boy Jake freaking be hating on Vegas. I don't know why. Like I don't know what he was doing there. Maybe just like sitting in his hotel. Like I don't understand. There's so much to do in Vegas, to be honest with you. But
Even if you're not 21.
exactly. Like I've been there twice. And well, first off, I was talking about Reno. Shoot, I don't know how many. I've been to like the actual Reno to do stuff twice because my grandpa's airborne reunion. What?
Sorry, I was just thinking, sorry. Such
what?
a sidetrack. I was thinking about that one time you told me you saw like another person's podcast and it was just like a random ass clip with no context.
Yeah, I
I saw
forgot.
one of those today.
I forgot what they're called.
It was so bad. It was literally just like this guy was like, "Oh yeah, Drake's new music," and then he gets
Yeah, that's the
he's
exact.
like,
That's the exact podcast.
Drake's
Yeah.
a goofy goober, and then it
Yeah,
just stops.
and then like the comments are like freaking trying to like turn it into like the TikTokers party. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
he's
But-
like, "Bro, let's start a podcast."
That's what it was for us. But like we actually like
I feel like we have some substance.
exactly like them. They use the exact same AI clip generator as us.
Mm-hmm.
I could tell because of the formatting that they use for like their text and stuff. And I came across them one day. I follow them now just to see how
Really?
like just to like keep up with them because I guess that's our rival right now. We gotta
Yeah.
overcome them because what they're doing is they're producing quantity over quality. Like literally they post maybe
Mm.
one what am I calling it? One clip a day, and it's literally just like this is the clip. It starts with like, yeah, LeBron's shoe size is like a 10.5. Like seriously, when I was at Lowe's and like it just cuts off. They literally just take the AI generator thing. You freaking put you first have to like upload your podcast or your audio or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and then you take a copy of that and put it into this AI generator clip thing, and then it takes like 20 minutes for it to like go through and like take all these clips out, and then it gives you like the top rated clips that has the most possibility of blowing up, and literally like some of them are like 5 seconds of just like you say a random ass sentence, and that's what they do. They just take the
without
top ones.
they just probably don't review them first.
Yeah, or they just see it and they're
Right.
like, oh well, let's just get it out.
That is hella true, because even though the AI is thinking like, oh, this is gonna blow up, you go and click on it, and it's like like exactly what you're saying, no context.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like our clips we haven't done them in a while.
No.
More shorts coming.
Yes.
And I promise dude. I'm not even like purposely trying to avoid it. I just fucking hate that app. Like,
Oh, TikTok.
genuinely, I don't know. And I'm gonna be confused. I'm gonna feel like a geezer trying to figure out how to even use that. I like post something and clip it, like put the audio. I don't know. We'll see. But I did have something interesting. I got a question today, and it made me think, and I wanted to ask it on here. And it's would it be ethical for someone to go and kick a puppy as hard as they can, but that puppy is about to get hit by a car, and if it did, it would for sure die. So is it okay that that person saved the puppy because it was gonna for sure die, even though they had bad intentions? Because they still saved a puppy, they just still
100%.
in their head they wanted to go fucking kick a puppy, but they ended up saving it.
Oh, like you wanted to go kick it and you ended up saving it.
Yeah, you didn't know it was gonna die, but
shoot, yeah, I'm taking that. And also I like it. I think it kind of feel like on my foot. So when say someone's just standing there and say they're really skinny or they just their back is just out in the open, I just love hitting it as hard as I can. I don't know why, just hollow. It feels hollow and I like that feeling. I feel like that feels I feel like that feels so good. Like a fragile little puppy on my foot. But yeah, I definitely kick a pup.
I don't think that was the question. I don't know if you dude.
What was the question? Was if you kick it? I would definitely kick it.
You need to be ethical. Ethically right. If it was about to get hit by a car.
What if it wasn't? I wouldn't do it. I don't think so.
Good. Same thing about kidnappers. What if a kid got kidnapped but it was getting taken out of a house that was deadly and toxic and hella abusive and but that kidnapper is just they don't know what's going on in that kid's life, they just want a kid and they kidnap it, but little do they know they're taking it from a shitty life.
You said the kidnapper just wanted a kid. Dude, most kidnappers just freaking take kids to do the dirty with them and then just get rid of them and just chop them up and throw them in the New Jersey swamps, dude.
But man, I always think about that too, victims of kidnappers that escape and are still
chilling.
I don't know, those kind of stories would be crazy. It'd be crazy to have a kidnapping victim on here. To just hear that story. Because I don't know, it just reminds me of Mr. Bullen. If anyone out there listens to Mr. Bullen. A lot of stories like that. Also, it's pretty, the funny aspect of it. Louis C.K., another great comedian, was talking about
dude, I just think of this.
Nah, dude.
Sorry,
yeah,
we might have to blur that out. We might have to blur that. No, I was just making a motion. Tell them if they don't.
Dude, NFL sellies, they're dude.
Oh yeah, NFL sellies. Have you seen the one where the 12-year-old kid scored a touchdown and they get on the ground and they go
yeah.
Sorry,
it's just crazy.
Sorry about that, but for them who don't know,
the Drake selly, the flop.
Dude, yeah, dude. But for those who don't know, tell them who Louis C.K. is and besides his comedy fame, what also made him.
Yeah, one of the greatest comedians ever, in my opinion. I mean, a lot of comedians are like this, but he really doesn't give a fuck. Has gotten canceled hella times. If you know, then you know that he got canceled and kicked off of SNL because of the shit he did.
He was on SNL. Was he a writer or an actor?
An actor. He was in the skits, but he helped write because he wrote on he wrote on some other show too. But same with Bill Burr. You know who he helped write F is for Family? He's one of the producers.
What family?
F is for Family on Netflix, the cartoon.
I've never heard of it. I probably have. If I saw
It's pretty good. It's Adult Swim. It's good. And Bill Burr helped write that. And he's one of the voice actors as well. But Louis C.K., great, renowned worldwide comedian.
Besides the fact that he just jerked out to someone in public.
Yeah. He has, I don't know, he came out and kind of talked about it afterwards, but he took a break off of comedy because Netflix let him go because he had his specials on Netflix. SNL let him go. Because, on a subway, I think it was in New York or something, he jerked off in front of a woman. But on his return to comedy, his first special back, he was oh, y'all want to talk about it? Let's talk about it. And he was just saying, I don't know, kind of uncanceled himself in a way.
Oh, kind of his thing?
It's his thing, right? He was just, kind of making everyone laugh about it, pulling the crowd to his side. And then it's just if you're a professional juggler, you wouldn't do it in a closet alone. You would go out and impress folks. I'm good at it and I don't like being alone. Where is everyone?
But one question I have is how can you be good at jerking the pickle?
I know.
Does he have a certain type of technique that
is he good that he finishes fast or is
I don't know. How do you get to that level? That was crazy.
Because he also says too, here's some advice only I can give you. If you ask someone, may I jerk off in front of you? And they say yes, just don't fucking do it. So it wasn't, obviously I wasn't there on the fucking subway with him, but if that's true, maybe he did ask and they said yes and they started and then it turned into this whole thing and, you know. I'm not defending him, fuck. I'm not defending him.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's
though,
a crazy ass thing to do.
That is crazy. I'm like, that's pretty wild.
It's wild.
Like, I don't know, like, even, like, what? Just get, like, a prostitute or something.
No, I know. Or like, even, like, Omegle or those apps where you can, like, FaceTime and do it. Like, that's pretty cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People doing that shit. But, yeah, anyway, speaking of, like, that whole, is it ethical for a kidnapper to do that if the kid was in a toxic environment? Louis was talking about one time, there was actually a real child molester in his town, and he talked about his real name and shit. He's like, this is a true story. Instead that that guy would go after all of Louis' friends, but not him, and he felt kind of bad about it, like he was like ugly or something, because he had a thing for little boys, this child molester, and he was like, the only one he didn't go after was Louis, and he felt kind of bad, but he said one of his friends, he said yes, and he got in the van with him and something like that, and the child molester took this kid to McDonald's, and then forgot to, like, molest him or something, and then dropped him off. And he just makes a joke about it, like, oh, I soiled, I'm gonna get that kid next time. Like, oh, not this time. It's just funny, he just, like, actually took him to McDonald's, forgot what he was, like, doing, and just, like, dropped him off before he could rape him.
That's a dope story, bro.
Like,
I got kidnapped by a child molester and just went to go.
free meal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freaking, that's actually pretty dope, to be honest with you, even though it is pretty scary.
A happy ending meal. Sorry.
Do you think there's any happy ending places in this area?
Yeah.
I know there was
I
one.
think one of my coworkers has gone. I'm not gonna, like,
Jamba Juice.
No!
Oh, sorry. No.
Um,
Yeah, Jamba Juice doesn't do the massages.
Yeah.
But
But
there may be some clients.
I'm pretty sure there is. Jamie actually talked to me about it, like, not really offered it to me, but was like, oh, where do you want to go? Like, something like that. Like, she really wouldn't care, bruh.
But
If
like,
she went to a massage place and got a fucking...
But think about it though, like, no disrespect to the massage parlors, but 99% of them are usually the people don't speak a lot of English, or like, they're just like shipped from Vietnam or something.
Shipped. Let me not be racist or disrespectful.
That's not being
Shipped.
racist. Like, they literally don't know what's going on. A lot, like, and
That's probably like regular to them. Like, oh, that's part of it. Like,
exactly. But then like you have like these like nail parlors that like be talking hella shit in like whatever language you're talking about. Like,
Yeah.
it's intimidating going into those places, because I'm like,
Yeah,
they're definitely gonna be talking about me. But
dude, for real.
shoot, that's kind of nasty though. Like, you just like, what if it's only like, what if like some 80-year-old woman is just massaging you? You know that like you know how down bad you gotta be, bro.
No, yeah, I know, and also the fact it's kind of like going to a glory hole. Like, that hand, if it is a rub and tug, that hand from that massage parlor girl, just her alone, has probably touched hundreds of dicks. If that's the whole point of the place, imagine that, and you're just another victim. Like,
You are a victim. That's actually crazy.
I don't know. So like, okay, turn around. I thought I was getting a back massage, and then, you know, so or there's a hole in the bottom of the booth. There it is.
Oh, come on, dude.
You can stay face down.
Gravity does its work, bro.
Yeah.
Freaking, don't go to trucker stops.
Lot lizards.
Lot lizards. That's wild.
You don't watch your mom's house podcast?
No.
Or Tom Segura and his wife. They talk about that because they knew
Tom
some.
Segura is the fat guy, right?
That's Bert. His friend Bert.
Bert.
He's just known
No, but
as the
they're
fat
both
guy.
like. No, but he kind of looks like a penguin.
Yeah.
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 I got you, bro.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's hella funny. Yeah, him and his wife, the one that wears like the hella red lipstick.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen clips of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about lot lizards and how it's like a real thing. They'll like come up to. They were talking to some trucker about it. They will come up to your window and shit, and just like look at, you know. They come up to you. You don't have to look for them. Like, they'll come up to you looking for sex, looking for like give you head or something, bro. And it's literally like, I mean, it's just another form of prostitution in this country. It's just literally a form of currency, which is sad to think about, but it is.
It's the game.
It is the game.
Well, I guess let me go back to talking about Reno and Las Vegas real fast. What was that, like 12 minutes ago?
I know.
Something about that. But
That was at the very beginning.
I think it was called like Atlantis or not Atlanta.
What are you in Reno?
Yeah.
Is it a casino?
Yeah, casino hotel.
I'm pretty sure it's Atlantis.
Well, that's where my grandpa's airborne reunions are. Like sometimes they're in Reno. I don't know if they're in Reno every year, but like then he also has like some across the country. Like one time went to San Diego or other places.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Atlantis, and we've stayed there both times, and that's freaking dope in there. Like they have this hella dope floor of just all like games, like not freaking casino games, but like games for kids. And I just rocked that shit. Yeah, I got a cool little pool. And then also like I've gone to like Circus. That's a pretty dope place. But honestly, like that's kind of all I've done in Reno, and I've enjoyed it. But
honestly, is a good point though. Like hotel, like I think at a certain age you become mature enough to appreciate like not interior design or like architect, just kind of like
how nice the hotel room looks or something like that.
Right, how diverse they are. Because in Vegas, it's like,
dude, it's crazy.
Like the Luxor has just like a pyramid, and like other hotels where it just looks crazy on the inside. Yeah. Like Caesar's Palace looks like Rome on the inside.
Yeah, well,
just
like
cool shit like that.
Then you have I don't remember what the hotel's called. My mom would know it because like she knows a lot of stuff about like all this like random stuff. But it's the one where it looks like you're in Italy or France, wherever, and like you're in those boats with like the dude behind like being all romantic and like just like going. I forgot what they're called. But it's like
that's like the painting on the wall.
Yeah, it's just like in a casino in Vegas.
I think it's the Bellagio, if I'm not wrong.
It's not the Bellagio.
The water show. No.
Oh, Bellagio is the one I stayed there. My second time when I went to Vegas, dude, the Bellagio is freaking dope, bro. I love it. Like it was awesome. But I did call you from a payphone, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Freaking.
Oh my god.
Yeah. For some reason, like all these old hotels and stuff, they always have like phones right next to the toilet. So like, I thought it'd be a cool idea while I'm taking a dumperooski to freaking call my boy Nick, and I called Nick, and he answered, and I talked to him for like 2 minutes, and then at the end, my freaking mom looks at like the receipt of like our room service and all that stuff. Dude, that phone call was like, I called Jake too, but he didn't answer, and that counted also. So these 2 phone calls total was $80. It was $80 to use that phone. On the
I forgot about that.
And then also like I'd just be like, dude, the food there, like the Snickers bar is like $20,000, bro, just to like take 2. But like they're like, yeah, that's what it is. It's
what the fuck is this?
You gotta search it up, bro. Boat. Gondola rides. Yeah, it's gondolas. It's right across from the Bellagio. It's like next to the Paris one. Venetian. That's what it's called, the Venetian. That's what.
Oh, this is in Vegas?
Yes, Brian. It's inside.
I'm done.
That's inside.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. See, look at this. Look at the ceiling. That's inside, bro.
I don't know. I didn't know about that. That's crazy.
It's pretty wild. But like, we went when it was late July. Me and my mom this past year, bro. Every time I went outside, my eyeballs shriveled up because it was so hot. But like the first time I went to Vegas, like
it reminds me of SpongeBob animation. It's just like drying out.
Yeah, but the first time I went to Vegas, like let me just think of like the things I've done in Vegas, cause like I don't understand how people don't find joy being in Vegas besides like all the obvious things like homelessness and stuff like that. But like the first time we went to the Grand Canyon, which isn't even in Vegas, but we went to the Hoover Dam, which is right outside of Vegas. Then we like the hotels themselves have so many things to do. We stayed in New York for the first time, and like they have like the entire roller coaster and all this stuff.
Yep.
And
that shit is sick.
And then this past time with it was just me and my mom. We went to like the restaurants too, like Gordon Ramsay's restaurant, Guy Fieri's restaurant, all these restaurants, these small little like donut places, like these like family-owned like businesses. Just like there's so many dope things in Vegas. And then like we went to Jerry Seinfeld. He had a comedy special there. Then we went to this place called like Circus Olay, which is like I don't know, kind of like a circus acrobatic show. And then we went to we talked about it before a lot in this podcast, the haunted museum or mansion, the Zach Bagans. And I follow them on Instagram. They're hiring. Like, who in the right mind? Like me personally, I would not want to.
Wait, you wouldn't? That's literally
dude. The amount of stories that people have, like, I don't care if it's just stories, but like, you've convinced me to never work there in my life. Like they said, all the workers have had some type of
experience or like story where they've.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie though, like I know this sounds crazy or cheesy or like I'm like looking for attention, but I swear to God that's like I fiend for that. I don't care.
No, you do.
I want it's just so interesting to me. If that could be a career, what you just said, I'd drop EMS. Like
What is? Zach Bagans is doing it himself. You guys, but the thing is, it's not like you'd have to obviously like do a show or something like that, because
yeah.
you can't just be going to these places and just saying, yeah, you got to ghost, and like they pay you like $5,000 and you just leave, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude, I think Vegas is a dope spot, and it's probably gonna be cooler. Well, I don't mean like there was this one bar that my mom wanted to go into, some like Vanderpump bar, and like I went in with her and like they seated us and everything, and then the lady's like, "Well, you like to drink, sir?" And I was like, "I want water," and like she looked at me weird, and then like she's like, "Can I see your ID?" I'm like, "For water?" She's like, "Well, this is a 21 and over bar." I'm like, "Oh, well, I don't have my ID on me," and like we just left. It was chill, but it wasn't even like a bar. It was just like inside of the casino, just like chilling there. But I'm just excited when I turn 21, not for drinking, but just like I could gamble, which you got to be smart about gambling. Like for like the way I look at it, my mom told me this: when you gamble, the gambling money you have to be reasonable and say, all right, I've set this money aside, and I could afford to lose it. This is what it's for. Like I'm 100% aware that I could lose sum of money. If that happens, then like you can't hold any grudges or just want to keep going. But shoot, I've done some sports betting. I won $25 at the past UFC 300. My dad won like $80.
I gotta get into that shit, you know. Joey is just like
I
always
remember
some screenshots.
I remember he was talking to us about it. He was like, it was like a year ago. He was talking to us about it and like about the MLB and all this stuff and like how many things you could do. Like, is this guy gonna get a single? Is he gonna have over a certain amount of hits, walks, strikeouts?
Mm-hmm. You can do so much with baseball. I think the biggest bet he's won, like in one bet, is like 600.
That's wild.
And that's on an app. Like I don't know, it's just crazy. He's hella smart though with like football.
Yeah, I feel like football. I feel like I like UFC because it's usually one-sided. You don't have to worry about all these other things going wrong. You just have to hope that this one person can come. Like football's like, oh, is Christian McCaffrey gonna get over 90 receiving or rushing yards? Well, then you have to hope that they give him the ball enough times for him to run.
And the defense is being good enough to where he's open, and the quarterback sees him the most. Like, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. Another. There's taking so many turns in this. I saw Phobia the other day.
Phobia?
Like a fear.
Oh, a phobia.
Like, craziest thing, it's gotta be the rarest one. I wrote it down, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Iraqi butyrophobia.
Iraqi butyrophobia. That means,
Yeah. No. It doesn't have to do with the word whatsoever.
it means, you have a phobia of cutting grass.
Okay. Don't even know. Iraqi butyrophobia is the fear of getting peanut butter stuck to the roof of your mouth.
Dude, what?
On everything. Another one. This is our. I mean, I'm holding mine right now, but this is our generation. I feel like nomophobia, N-O-M-O, is the fear of not having a phone. Nomophobia.
Shoot, I'd
like-
rather have the fear of having a phone, dude, because...
Yeah. Oh my God. Let's get on a tangent real quick. Jeez,
that was loud.
Christ. That made my armpits itchy.
Oh, I know that
feeling.
feeling.
You're like about to die.
That's, you know that feeling is like, what, like all over your body for like scarlet fever, but it's just like pumped up and it feels like, yeah, I swear on my life.
That's what the fuck it is? How do you know?
Because I had scarlet fever.
You did?
It was like the first week of 2016. So this is, here's another quick
Ooh,
story.
that's crazy.
This is another quick story. So, scarlet fever, it was big back in like the 1800s and stuff. Because like, where my cabin is up in LaPorte, there's a cemetery by there where like the people used to live,
Mm-hmm.
and it showed like this baby that died in like 1904 from like scarlet fever, and I'm like, dude, like I just had that. Dude, scarlet fever is probably the worst pain I've ever been in my life. I swear. And so basically, what happened was, it's you could get scarlet fever from a strep throat. It's a strain of strep throat.
Mm-hmm.
So at some point, I must have had strep throat. It was like, cause I remember, I want to say we drove to, cause I was with my dad, and we were like, since it was winter vacation, like when we want to go see the snow, you go up to like Tahoe and stuff, and just a general stupid Northern California person. But yeah, we drove up, and like we ended up driving into like Carson City and like stayed there for a night, and then like this stuff, and I just felt like really sick, and like then we got home, and I still felt sick, and I remember it was Sunday because I was from the 49ers game, and like they're like, all right, we're off to Sam's Club, you want to come with? And like I stood up, and like just my back just like it just stung, like this, like the armpit feeling just stung down to the bottom of my back. I'm like, nope, I'll stay. And like I didn't know what it was at the time. And then I went back to my mom, and like I was at my mom's house, and I was telling her what's up, and she's like, all right, we'll go see the doctor, Dr. Joel. Shout out Dr. Joel, freaking best pediatrician out there. But yeah, I had all these, my entire skin was just like red and blotchy, and that morning of going to the doctor, I was in the tub, and like it was just like waves. It was just like it literally feels like that armpit feeling, but throughout your body, and it actually feels like spikes like going into you.
Like it literally like made you like you got tased.
Yeah.
I'm trying to imagine that.
Not tased, but like it just hurt so bad, and then she's like, yeah, that you're still like in the middle of it, and like tomorrow's probably gonna be the worst. And it was Tuesday, and I remember she gave us like this like pink cream to like rub on my skin. Like I remember I got in my mom's room, and like, dude, I was just like, it was just going so hard, and I was like crying so hard. My mom was like rubbing all over me, and like my mom like would say like she's like that was probably the most scared she's ever been like regarding me and my health.
Damn.
And then after that, like it just ended like after 10-15 minutes, or however long it was. It felt like it like went by for so long in such a short amount of time. I just remember like laying in her bed watching Gravity Falls, and that was literally it. But like months after and stuff, I'd still have like almost like it was like aftershocks. Like I just get like super nervous, like that armpit feeling, but it's still being like throughout my body.
Damn, what the fuck?
And yeah, now every time I get that armpit feeling, I'm like it just like takes me back to like what it felt like.
That's crazy. I can't, cause that only happens when I like get hella scared or I think I'm like about to die.
Yeah, and when
that is.
Then when we went back to freaking school, my teacher was like, "What do you guys do over winter break?" I'm like, "Oh, I got scarlet fever." And she's like, "That's impossible. They like you can't get scarlet fever anymore or whatever." I'm like, if only you knew, Miss Hirado. W Miss Hirado. I love Miss Hirado. But yeah, bro. Shoot, that was off topic. What are you talking about? About like you feel like you're about to die or something? Or like a type of phobia or phobias or whatever?
Yeah, it was the one about the actually real quick. Well, I mean, you know what, this has to do with it. We were talking about nomophobia, like the fear of not having phones, and you said the opposite, like you would rather fear having a phone, which is so remarkable. Like, for y'all to think that we're being cheesy or fake, like, we're not meant for this generation. I don't feel like, obviously we tap into all this technology shit because like we're around it and we kind of have to, but especially you. I remember around Christmas time I was reading my mom and dad your Spotify Wrapped playlist.
Oh my app, yeah.
All the artists, and they were like, he's not meant for this age. Like, just all the art. That's just one thing, but also it's my dad just randomly sent our family group chat a really nice house in Maryland, and it has like three acres and shit. And I was like, that first pig did it for me because I feel like it just reminded me of Halloween for some reason. Like just the outside of it.
That literally looks like the like an 80s freaking mansion. That looks like the house off of The Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, it does. What the fuck? You're just like three acres, wood burning fireplace, koi pond, $1.4 million, And I just said that first pick did it for me.
Yeah, then a freaking $1.4 million house in like San Francisco is like a 2-bed, 1-bath, like
Damn near studio apartment.
5. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what it'd be in freaking New York is a studio apartment and stuff. But that's if you got like a good ass view. But
And that's 1.4 in Cockeysville, Maryland, and that's the. Actually, let me not. I was just saying like. He's talking about the Huntington house.
damn, that's wild.
It's just like crazy in terms of location, but
Yeah.
I just said. He was like, "Oh, can you imagine growing up in that house as a kid? Recreational room, pool, endless woods to run and play." And I just said yes, but also grateful for not having that as a kid for a while, so I could learn how to climb trees, throw rocks, and play airsoft and wiffle ball and shit. And my dad just said, "I remember, I grew up in that little crappy apartment that you guys visited. Never had the experience of that kind of house." And he was just talking about how he like, literally just would run in the woods for hours, and that was like his. That was their social life.
Yeah,
Like coming when it gets dark
man.
out, and they would just do fuck shit. Like
I can't tell you how many times I like watch an 80s movie or like a music video, and like they're just the way we don't text. Like our main source when we're not together of talking with each other is Xbox, and I love Xbox a lot. But like then you have like dudes that just be like, say Stranger Things, they have these walkie-talkies because they're nerds. But then you also like regular people just like be talking on their house phone for like hours, just
right.
socializing. And like when you were a kid,
Mm.
you were out the entire time, and the only time you came in was for dinner. And
Yep.
once sunset came, that's when the day was over. And like,
Mm-hmm.
and dude, I honestly would
So
do,
accurate.
like I would love to spend some time back in like 1983, 84, and also like I stand by this when I believe the greatest generation was the people that like went through World War II. I think that was the greatest generation.
Who would that be?
I don't know, cause it's before the baby boomers.
Baby boomers are from the war, the
Yeah.
after war sex.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my grandpa,
Mm.
his great grandparents got it on.
It feels like all those soldiers came home and got busy. Meanwhile, veterans in our day just get like $600,000 a year or whatever it is for the federal funding and the VA Association, and like
I thought you were gonna
just
say
get
like,
treated like shit.
I thought you were gonna say like they get brought back from like they come back home like their wife's just like sleeping with like some other dude or something like that.
Also, that I don't even want to get into that, bro. But cheating culture is, why is that even a thing? A term? Like it's just so dumb how like cheating has gotten glorified and normalized. It makes me sick to my stomach.
I wouldn't be able to tell you what it feels like. Well, yeah, personally, like
Yeah, and just also mean like in general, and it's just so expedited in college because everyone felt like everyone was just horny motherfuckers, and the whole I feel like the main thing about college is that shit. And it's just like the hooking up culture. I feel like I stand alone in that. I mean, other than you, I feel like I stand alone as a college kid in that with that opinion. Fuck that shit. Get in a real relationship, find love, find healthy fucking connections. Don't just catch syphilis and fuck every night.
dude,
I don't know.
you can't be talking the way you be talking around Wednesday Addams. Come on, man.
Dude, I know. Like, okay, yeah, so Jenna Ortega is my, like, celebrity crush, I guess. And I was talking about his, and I was like, oh yeah, whoever his celebrity crush is, like, he doesn't even think about having sex or any of this, like, sexual stuff that you usually would with celebrity crush. He actually wants, like, a genuine, healthy marital relationship with this person.
Game is game, bruh.
Because he doesn't want to think down on them.
Yeah, I just feel like they're like dogs, rag ass dogs, when I think of something like that. But shoot, bruh. Speaking of college, when does your class end?
So, today's the 2nd. I have my skills funnel. Did I tell you about that with like the patient? Okay, so for my EMT class, I have a physical final and then like a written portion. So the physical one is literally one of our instructors or our professor, wherever we have the chance of getting, is going to be standing outside of a room, a different classroom with us, and like they're going to pretend to be like a dispatcher. They literally tell you before you even walk in the room, okay, okay, so you're getting dispatched to a 30-year-old female who's complaining of, let's just say, like, shortness of breath and dizziness. And then you walk in, and you literally have to, like, they're watching you the entire time. You have to treat this patient, and I think there's, like, for anyone who's in the medical, you know, there's, like, 30 questions, like, and that's just verbal information. There's also a physical exam you have to do, and you have to hit all these points and basically figure out, not really diagnose, but figure out what's wrong with the patient. You have to say what kind of interventions you do, aka like, okay, so because they have shortness of breath, I'm gonna administer them albuterol, and then you have to say the amount you give them and why you gave it to them, and you also have to obviously a physical exam, and then when you're at the very end, you have to pretend like you're handing off this patient care report to the hospital, and you have to regurgitate everything and get it right. You say, all right, so when I'm done, I'm like, okay, so here's my patient. She's a 30-year-old female complaining of blah, 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 this and this, her age, her medications, her allergies, her past medical history, her last oral intake, what happened, the onset, the signs and symptoms, like anything you can think of, and then anything you find in your physical test. So that's that. It takes like 10 or 15 minutes of you just getting information and rattling it off, and you have to be like spot on about it. So that's the physical part, and then we have a written portion, that's 100 questions. And then that's just the course. After that, I'm able to take my national registry exam, which I'm gonna try to do very soon so I don't lose any knowledge. And then, given I pass that, I'm a licensed EMT and I can start looking for work.
Dang.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Friday the 6th.
17th.
Friday the 17th is my physical one, and then Monday the 20th is my written one, and then I'm done. So technically I don't have to go Wednesday or Friday. So Monday the 20th is my last day.
That's what's up, yeah.
God, it's so nerve-wracking talking about it.
I already forgot. Tomorrow's Friday.
Fuck,
dude.
I know.
I have to start studying because
Dude.
my math final is not this coming Monday, but the next Monday. Then my circuits final is the day after that on Tuesday.
Circus. Every single time you say that, I think you say circus.
Circuits.
Circus final.
And then I have my history final on Wednesday. And then nothing Thursday. And then I have my graphics final on Friday, which is just me presenting my final to the class. But yeah, it's actually.
You're gonna fuck with that, aren't you?
Huh?
You're gonna fuck with that?
Yeah.
Last pod you said you like presenting.
I am, bro. I'm gonna fuck with that.
A little
hard.
homage to last episode.
I just gotta freaking build my part. I don't even know what I'm gonna build yet. I have to build some type of part and create an animation about it, and then render it, and then make a.
Are you like reverse engineer? So you have to like.
Well, that's what I did in the last one. We had to make something, and then thankfully, because I hate drawing online, because like the drawing is. I don't know how to explain it. It's not like a regular drawing where you draw the stuff. It's like you put your part in and then you stick all these dimensions and GD&T to it, which is basically like tolerances and stuff. And then you gotta do all this other stuff.
It's almost like dragging it to size.
Yeah.
That shit is so annoying.
Yeah, so that was my midterm final or my midterm was creating this part, and then having a drawing of you had to make something made up of multiple parts. So I made a mechanical pencil, which has, I think I made like 7 or 8 parts out of it, and then put that together and then did an assembly drawing of it. But this time, now we just have to make some part that can be animated. So say I could we've been working like gear chains and stuff, and obviously gear chains, like you can make an animation out of that. And then now we're getting into rendering, which rendering is honestly super easy. Just make it look cool and good, make it look realistic, besides just like the regular old gray model that you have in
like while it's on your
so we could
CAD website or whatever you use.
So the CAD website, we use SolidWorks, and we make our whatever, and then if we need to do an assembly, we make an assembly of all the parts that we made for that piece, and if there is an animation that you need to do, you just need an animation. But rendering is you just take that part and you make it look pretty, basically. And then I don't know what I'm gonna do for it yet, but and then my last thing is on Friday the 17th, and I feel like I know you took this semester off last semester, but I feel like this semester went way faster than last semester for me.
It really fucking did.
And freshman year of college went way faster than senior year, I think, for me also.
Did you say of high school?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Oh man, I don't know. I'm really mixed feelings on like looking back on high school, because it's very.
Your time there was very interesting, especially with COVID and stuff.
Like, what is? Should I air this out? What is the craziest thing you saw at RV? Because not the craziest, but I'm just trying to think. Like, I feel like everyone has such an interesting high school story. No matter who it is, no matter who they're talking about, I feel like everyone has a funny.
My graduating class has all one story in common, and that's the freaking slavery auction.
Oh yeah. We talked about that one time, right?
We did talk about that.
Yeah, that's insane.
Personally, I'm trying to think something wild that I saw. My boy missed. Well, he's not the police officer anymore. He retired, but Coach took me as my baseball coach. I remember he like fucking slammed this girl on the ground. Like she tried running away from him. Like he was like handcuffing her because like she was resisting, and then she tried running, and then he just wham! Freaking RKO'd her ass, bro. It was awesome, and he slammed her so hard she threw up.
No.
Yeah.
Whoa, wait, hold on. Let me just say something.
Game is game.
Let me just say something.
That Mr. McMains is a dog. That's what I'm gonna say.
That's one thing, but also the fact that she threw up. I wonder how she's doing today. Let me just tell you, I'm literally I learned about this last fucking week, and it is a telltale sign, especially after blunt force trauma to the head or just like to the whole body, when someone experiences like what is it called? Insult. When someone gets like insulted that much in terms of like their brain, your vomit center is in your brain. She probably, I'm not even kidding, had either a serious concussion or a brain bleed, or or a skull fracture. On God, if you throw up after a serious head injury, there's something wrong with you.
Well, I think she's a little chubby. I could have done something like she had too much to eat. I had too much to eat today. I had 2 Philly cheesesteaks.
You just mixed up You had what today?
2 Philly cheesesteaks.
Damn, really from the vending machine?
Fuck no, dude.
Yeah.
that was good. But they serve freaking waffle fries, but they're sweet potato.
No!
I'm done, dude. Like, I don't understand.
We need a poll. Hi guys, drop a poll in chat, bro. We need fucking. Who likes sweet potato fries?
Old ass people. Boring ass people with no teeth.
But the Philly cheesesteaks were good though.
Yeah, they're cool. Have you ever seen the show It's Always Sunny in the Philadelphias?
Yeah. I actually started watching it after the Nick. Because of Nick.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Kate Olsen?
Kate Olsen, yeah.
Speaking of which, the guy that's in it, I would feel so bad because I literally watched his show. Her husband in real life.
Oh my god. Oh wait, her husband in the show is her husband in real life?
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck? I didn't know that. What's his name?
Oh my god. It starts with an M. Search it up, bro. Because if he sees this, I'm gonna feel bad, bro. Which he's not gonna see it, but the show of him and Ryan Reynolds about the whatchamacallit, Rob McKinley. That's what it is. Shoot, sorry Rob, but Rob and then Ryan Reynolds, they bought a football club, a soccer club in Wales, and they made a TV show about it. The Welcome to Wrexham, and the 3rd season is dropping tonight. So give it a little watch. Gonna be on Hulu, FX, but yeah, it'd be dope. Yeah, I think she was a little overweight, which could have resulted in potential
Big Breakfast coming back up, yeah.
Second Breakfast, Lord of the Rings reference. You need to see some Lord of the Rings movies.
I don't know. Isn't there like really aggressive like sex with like this guy that's like half goat? And then like
I think that's Game of Thrones, bro.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. That show is crazy.
Yeah, it does seem pretty gnarly. Like
Lord of the Rings. Okay, yeah, never mind.
Yeah, golems and hobbits and Gandalf and Legolas and Gimli and Aragorn and all the gangsters. I love them.
Damn.
Easily top 3 trilogy of all time.
Really? See, I feel like you're so diverse in your See how I'm getting used to it? How I'm getting used to it. I didn't even fucking. Oh my god, that shit better come off.
Let me see if it shows it on the camera.
Oh, it comes off.
I think it. All right. Shoot, yeah, that's how I was like worried. Well, there's already marks on here from whoever lived here. It must have been hella dirty. No, I'm joking.
How about them Giants? No,
They won today.
isn't a Buhz podcast episode without some San Francisco Giant talk.
Yeah, there's been multiple episodes where we did not talk about the San Francisco Giants.
I'm done.
But I think we have talked about sports in every podcast. So.
Mm-hmm.
What were we talking about the Lord of the Rings again? I forgot. You were saying something about diversity.
Yeah, just your movie taste. Like, you're hella, like, know a lot of horror movies. Obviously, know a lot of comedies. I don't know what your stance is. I thought that's another buffer. I don't know what your stance is on, like, superhero action type films. Cause I don't.
Well, I was in, like, now absolute dog dooniest, but freaking back when it was at its peak, freaking Marvel Endgame and stuff, that was one of the best experiences ever. Freaking like me and like 10 of my friends showed up after school one day to Avengers Endgame. We stood in line for like 30 minutes, got hella snacks and all this stuff, and took out a whole row and watched that shit. And I remember afterwards, my mom like took us home and stuff, like 4 of us or whatever. My boy Harnor, who's originally from India, he's got some crazy stories from India, bro. Like absolutely wild. He used to like sell fidget spinners and stuff. And he was scared of my dog Fossey, for reference, who's like 4 pounds. I don't know, yeah. Dude, your voice cracked more than me now, dude. Like, what's going on?
It is only when we're on the podcast, bro. I gotta take more breaks in between talking.
But like, yeah, superhero movies, shoot, they're good before Avengers Endgame, and it stopped. But then you have like the 2 Spider-Man movies that came after us were good, but then like the only good
what?
Why did you search that up? The only good like superhero movies that come out now and then are like not connected at all to Marvel and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That fought like Deadpool and Wolverine. They're like they've done their own thing, and I'm excited for that. People said that the Batman was really good. I don't really care for it because I'm not really a big fan of Batman. And I honestly, the Batman trilogy with Christian Bale, I think is the most overrated trilogy of all time. I've said that before, and I'll stick by that.
Yeah. Who do you think is the best Batman? What's the best Batman?
I wouldn't be able to tell you because I didn't really. Because I think I've seen. Well, you've got Michael Keaton, George Clooney, Val Kilmer, Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, and then what is his name? Robert Pattinson?
Mm-hmm. Oh fuck.
I don't know, dude. I really couldn't.
Are you talking about the Joker?
No.
Okay. I don't know why.
I could care less about Batman, to be honest with you, bro.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, even though I don't watch those movies, it is starting to become irrelevant just by seeing like.
And I'm glad to see it dying because the movies are actually horrible.
Yeah.
Especially Marvel.
It's too many installments, like.
Well, like they've already peaked. Avengers
Exactly.
Endgame, that's when it ended because what they were doing before that was like so dope. And now I think it's good for the movie business because I'm tired of just superhero movies all the time, every time.
Bro,
And
for a
also,
couple
like-
years, it was only that.
And also, literally Hollywood now is just superhero movies, sequels from movies from like 20, 30, 40 years ago, or remakes. There's like there's almost no originals nowadays. But like, I'm excited. I wanted to see The Monkey Man.
That's so crazy. I was just gonna say how we're going downhill because Bollywood movies are playing.
Well, that's not Bollywood though.
Yeah, close
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah, because it's directed by some British Indian guy. But that's I'm pretty sure that's an original, and like it's got good reviews and stuff. One movie that's not original is based off of a TV show from like 1980. It's called Fall Guy with Ryan Gosling.
Mm-hmm.
That's like my exact type of genre I love, is like action comedies and stuff like that, or like action with some comedy. Like my favorite movie of all time, or my favorite movie theater experience is Top Gun Maverick. I got to see Indiana Jones or Raiders of the Lost Ark in theaters. Not back in 1981, but last year. But
that's actually sick that they play that in theaters.
What's the Fathom events coming through? You know, you always see those.
Yeah.
That's the company that like brings back. I don't know, like probably during Halloween time they're gonna have a showing of Halloween from 1978. Just like
that's what they do.
Have you seen that video of the original theater reactions from the Halloween?
No.
Dude.
Is it?
Like, you know the part when she's like, she thought she killed him after the closet scene, and like she's like standing in the doorway, and you just see him like come up like that. Like the entire crowd was like screaming like, ah! I'm like, what?
What a good fucking scene! Oh my god!
What a good movie with little to no budget. Like the mask wasn't even supposed to that was just what they like the time they had. They just made that mask, and it became probably the most iconic mask I could think of right now at the top of my head. But so yeah, I think I'm gonna have to show you those. I don't know, because I know you're a big horror guy or whatever. Like I don't even like. When was the last time you watched a movie that was not horror? A new movie that you've never seen.
A new movie that I've never seen that's not horror. What's yours? Yours is gonna be fucking like yesterday or something. While I think of mine, because that's a really good
Monday.
question. What was it?
Or Sunday night. It was The Terminator. I've never seen.
No, you haven't. You haven't seen the first two.
I need to see. Now I'm gonna watch the second one this weekend probably.
I'm not gonna. The first one is the best.
Okay.
They should have. It shouldn't have really been a sequel, but yeah. What a fucking. That's fire.
Then I watched. Let me think.
Oh my god. The
What else
memories
did
of
I
that
watch?
movie, bro.
Oh, then another movie. Well, I finished the Planet of the Apes trilogy this past weekend. Yeah, dude. Holy moly, it's been. I still gotta talk about. I'm gonna talk to you about Jury Duty after we get done talking about this, because that's what I had yesterday. But then I watched this movie called Paul, which is about an alien. These two British dudes. Have you ever seen Mission Impossible?
Yeah.
You know the British guy that's like the nerd that like this. He made a bunch of movies, like comedy movies, like in the 2000s and early 2010s, and it was him and the fat British dude, and like Shaun of the Dead or Hot Fuzz.
Dude, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Shaun of the Dead. There's no fucking way you just said that. That is insane, bro. What? You're unlocking hella shit from me right now.
So he made this. I don't know if he made the movie, but he's in this movie called Paul, and it was these two nerds, these two British nerds that came to San Diego Comic-Con. They're from the UK, and like they're gonna travel throughout the United States and see all these like UFO and like alien like sightings and sights and stuff. And they came across some crazy driver that crashed and like flipped like 18 billion times, and then they got out and like it was just an alien, and the alien is voiced by Seth Rogen. it was a pretty good comedy. It's got your doppelganger in it, Bill Hader. But yeah, those are the last 3 movies that I've seen. That's crazy to think that, dude, this week has felt so long, probably because of the Jury Duty dog, which we'll get into later. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if because I don't go to the theaters.
Yeah.
Unless it's, I mean, obviously there's like Netflix originals and shit that comes out that's not in theaters, but in terms of like just overall, there was that movie, shoot, how do I even, of course I forgot the title of it.
What's that about?
It's the dad from Malcolm in the Middle and Heisenberg.
Yeah.
And he has like, not the paraplegic, it was like the quadriplegic.
Oh, was Kevin Hart in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that called?
God.
I don't know why.
I know what you're
Isn't
talking
it
about.
someone's name as well?
I don't think so, but I know what you're talking about. That movie came out like 3 years ago or something like that. Or not 3. I forgot. It's 2024. It came out like. It's like Get Up or something like that.
Yeah.
Because he's on a wheelchair.
In terms of like theaters, I think that's it. But I watch hella Netflix originals. Like, there's one. I know you're gonna be like, oh, that's a horror. It's like The Girl in the Basement. It was like slight documentary, like based off of true events, and it was supposed to be like for cinema. It was just this girl got held captive and was like obviously treated very poorly. It just, not gonna spoil it for those who want to watch or anything, but that wasn't necessarily horror. Thriller or something like that.
I guess you could say Step Brothers because you haven't seen the entire movie all the way through.
That's true. Recently, I did watch Step Brothers front to finish.
There's so many quotable things in that.
That is very true. Yeah.
Like my dad, like he's like when he used to work construction, like say like someone being in a hole, like doing something, and then he'd like get some dirt and like throw it on there. He's like, let the dirt rest softly on your face or something. Dude, yeah, Step Brothers is a goated comedy movie.
I know that's not Adam Sandler, but any Adam Sandler movie, fire. I'm still gonna say, bro, Just Go With It is one of the best movies. In terms of like a family-friendly / comedy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dolph. That was a good movie.
I rewatched Now You See Me too recently.
I haven't watched it, but I've seen like it's always like if I'm going like I say it's like a Sunday afternoon, I'm trying to see something to watch because I have nothing to do. I'll always be seeing that like on like FX playing or something like that, but I've never watched it. I've seen clips and stuff, but
it's pretty cool. I think whatever that motherfucker's name is. Well, that I always get mixed up with Michael Cera.
Oh, the guy that was in Zombieland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He like just from me being like a magician and shit for so long, like using cards since I was 11, I can just tell like in the scenes he actually learned hella shit and he probably taught himself because like he's doing real moves. And it's just, I don't know, it's pretty cool to learn about like same thing we were talking earlier about Batman and the Joker, like getting absolutely what is the word? Emancipated?
For what?
Like to play the role of the Joker.
Like you become like.
Yeah, like you
acting.
become your role.
Yeah.
Like yeah. Or that one movie, it's like Stickman or something. Whatever that movie is, and that guy like starved himself.
Well, Christian Bale was in a movie called The Mechanic.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, Machinist or whatever. I think that's what it is. Yeah, he lost he was like weighing like 110 some pounds, and then he freaking bulks up for the Batman. He's like weighing like 210, just pure.
It just
muscle.
looked insane. That's crazy. Boy, the help of Hollywood.
Yeah, bro. Dude, I think we gotta go through. You gotta like. I think that's one thing we should do this summer is just for fun. Like, we each think because I already have a thought of like a movie idea, but like then you should think of one, and then we both make our films.
Like separately.
Well, not separately. Like we could be in them and stuff. Like we just help each other out, and then we both drop our films, just for fun. Cause like.
Right.
It's making like just videoing stuff like with the boys is just so fun, and the memories.
It really is. Yeah,
it's wild. And like
new shit coming soon. Yeah. AKA this conversation.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some changes around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What he said.
No, but that's me. Like I said, me and Joey have been for literal years talking about it. And you were just the other day talking to me about that movie plot you had, and I have some ideas, and I am actually saving up for a camera right now. In terms of like, I want to be able to buy it and still like, not be having to worry about rent and shit, other shit like that. I want to be able to like comfortably right now buy a good video camera, and just start doing even if it's random shots like around town and shit like that, slowly piecing it together. But soon we will have something because this has been an aspiration of ours for a long time. I feel like we're going to do it. Because why the fuck not? We're young and we have time. And like I've said before, do whatever the fuck you want. And if you set your mind to it, you will be able to do it. Like, We were just joking one day about starting this podcast, and we're already
Look at us now.
at least staying consistent with it. Yeah.
That was a good one.
Shit. Here we are.
Well, I guess I could talk about my jury duty.
Oh yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, let me just wrap this bitch up, bro.
Story time, baby. All right, so I'm 19 years old,
and I get a letter in the mail, but it all goes through my assistant who gets all my mail, aka my mom. And she called me up one day and she says, "Boss, someone came in the mail for you." I'm like, "What is it, assistant?" And she said, "You got jury duty. You've been picked. You've been summoned." I'm like, "So what does that mean?" She's like, "Well, basically it's pretty simple. You just got to go in there and honestly, you just have to tell them that you're a full-time college student and you got finals coming up. So like they should excuse you." I'm like, "All right, sounds good." And that was like a week or two ago, and then I just forgot about it. And then Tuesday night, I'm getting ready to do my homework, do my lab report that's due at 12 a.m. or 11:59 p.m. And my mom calls me up. It's approximately like 8:11 or something like that. And she's like, "I have bad news." And I thought like my dog died or like my grandpa's in the hospital. I'm like, what the like? Why you start off with the conversation with "I got bad news"? I'm like,
Oh god.
and she's like, "You have to come home." I'm like, "What? Just tell me why I gotta like what the heck,
Bro.
And I'm like,
Oh my God.
I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "You have jury duty tomorrow morning at 8:15 a.m. I'm like, "Are you serious?" She's like, "Yes." I'm like, "Are you being dead ass?" She's like, "Yes." I'm like, "What? Like you're not joking?" She's like, "No." I'm like, "So you're telling me I have to come home for jury duty tomorrow?" Because I'm in Chico, and since I'm known as a resident in Sudbury County, then I got chosen to show up at the Sudbury County Court and be a juror or be whatever. And so I drive home. First off, I finished my assignment, and I didn't leave till about 10:20. And dude, I love driving the Chico road, even though it's probably more dangerous at that time. But like,
Going to and from Yuba?
at night. No, well, at night. Cause like
Just 99? Or the back roads? Okay.
99. I've never gone the back roads. But
Yeah.
dude, freaking. And then I told you guys in the group chat I went to go get some gas, and I didn't have any money in my car at the time, so I just pulled out a 20, and I'm like, "Yo, put 20 on number 2." She's like, "Okay." And it's always these freaking. How do I put this? It's always like I don't understand. Like in the daytime, the people who work at what are they like? The gas station. That's what the place is called. The gas station. They're usually like old dudes that just like love their job. They're always like hella dope and nice. And then when it comes nighttime, it's these younger guys that just have their AirPods in the entire time, just sitting on their like ass.
Oh yeah.
And I walk in, like this guy gets up and like he's actually got to work. So then he's in a freaking bad mood, even though it's just pressing a button and taking a $20 bill from a young, nice-looking man. And I walk back out, and it says, "Pick up the nozzle and choose the type of gas you want." So I do it. I choose regular. By the way, $5.60. 69 cents.
Fuck, not even 4 goddamn gallon. I'm done,
bro.
And it's for 9, you know, it's how it's like 9/10 of a gallon.
Oh, for real?
You know how like the gas stations where it says the number and then it says 9/10, the fraction?
Mm-hmm.
That's because it's that amount of money is getting you 9/10 of a
Not
gallon.
even a whole
Not
gallon.
a full gallon. I don't know why. There's a reason for that, but
Well, I'm
yeah.
such an NPC when it comes to getting gas, because like whenever I'm in town, my grandpa likes to come get gas with me. But I was here, and so it says, "All right, now insert the nozzle into your car and freaking do your gas." So I stick it in there, and it's like I just keep pressing it, and it's just like loose. It's loose. I'm like, "Why is this loose?" I'm like, I literally paid $20 for it. So I keep doing it. I FaceTime my grandpa. He's like, "Go back in and ask the dude." So I'm like, "All right, bet." I walk in. The guy's like, let me try again. So he does it, and he came walking out for something, and I'm like, it's just still not working. He's like, "Well, let me see. Sorry for the accent. That's just how he sounded. And well, like that's just how he sounded. And he's freaking come over. He's like, listen, look, listen. And he just freaking takes it and he just like fills the gas up. I'm like, what the heck? He's like, "You gotta get the spring in there." I'm like, where's the spring at?
I'm just an NPC, bruh. I don't know.
Oh, like Diego said, it was one of like the cushiony accordion
Yes.
things. Yeah.
Yes, so I guess I had to freaking ram it in there because my gas hole was just blown out like a prostitute's pussy. And like, I'm like, dude, like, how am I supposed to know this? And I got my $20 of gas. I literally went by in like 10 seconds. And I drive home. Dude, I swear it was like, shoot, oh, it was so fast.
You're probably already out, huh?
No, I wasn't already out. I was able to get gas the next day, but it was so fast. Like, I went so fast. I was like sticking at 85 to 90 the entire road.
Why? Just cause?
Just cause, bro.
It was nighttime.
Yeah.
Also, let me take it back real quick. It's not 9 cents per gallon. It's 90 cents. I don't know why. It's like a marketing thing. It's 9/10 of a cent or something. I don't know. Wait, that's not
so
90
like,
cents.
so you're talking about like it's $5.60 and then 9/10 of a cent.
Of a cent, yeah.
Come on, dude. Like,
That means it's .009. What the fuck? Makes no sense.
well, so
Sorry for the
I
misunderstanding.
get home, get some Jack in the Box because like that's the only thing open like that time of night, and watch some Modern Family. Of course, I go to wake up my mom. I go like this. You know, I'm like, what the freak? I'm like,
Dude, they're all like that, bro. I swear.
I'm just trying to tell you that I'm home. I'm not a home intruder trying to freaking
Jesus.
do stuff to you, bro. I'm like, dude. And then I go to bed and wake up my mom wakes me up at like, what, 7:11, and I just go back to bed. And then I wake up again like at 7:26 when my grandpa opens the door because my grandpa's he took me to the courthouse because he's got nothing to do all day besides, I don't know, just doing side missions.
Yeah.
And so we get up, we go to the courthouse, and I get out of the truck, and do you know Bella Fedora?
Mm-hmm.
Well, her dad, I know, like, her dad was also called in for jury duty, and like, he's like, oh, what's up? And he's like, well, this isn't gonna be your first time or whatever. I'm like, oh, great. And then like, we get in, like, I check in, and then my grandpa left or whatever, and I get in this room, there's like 38 people in this room, and like, we gotta watch this video, and she tells us all this stuff, and we get a paper, and we get to choose if we want or don't want to get paid $15. You only get paid $15, like, you get paid $15 after the first day. So if I was on the jury, and after the first day, second and third, I get paid $15 a day. And then also there's a opportunity where you could choose if you want 30 something cents every mile that you travel to the courthouse. So like, yeah, I just put no because I didn't really care. I'm like,
I don't know.
yeah. And then she gives out these papers and she's like, write down any reason on why you can't be here and I'll be the judge of it. I'm like, holy shit. And then I looked at the options and none of them was like being a student. So I'm like, oh well, I guess I'm just in this now. And
There's no NIA.
And then like, of course, like my boy Mr. Fedora, he just got to leave because he's just a gangster like that. I'm like, shoot, all right. So then, and then like this one girl tried to leave. And she's like, well, if I told you that you had to be there today, would it change your mind? And she's all smug and stuff and like denied her. I'm like, damn. And like, it's kind of intimidating because like, she just reads it out to the entire crowd.
Yeah.
And then they do a selection. I felt like I was in the Hunger Games. Or like, have you ever seen a video of them dropping birthdays for the draft?
Yeah.
And my birthday was on that list, bro. But my name wasn't.
It actually was?
Yeah. But my name wasn't on the 16 names called. And those 16, the 12 are the jurors, and then you have 4 that are basically backups.
Yep.
And we get into the courthouse. My grandpa's chilling in the courtroom with like the attorneys. I'm like, what the frick is going on here? He's the only one in the courtroom besides the jurors and the other people.
What?
So I sit in the crowd next to him, and we're just chilling. And then they do all the court proceedings, like read all this stuff, and then the attorneys talk, and then the judge asks questions to, like they say, like, raise your hand if blah blah blah. Like, you raise your hand, and then you tell the people why. The jurors are basically telling the attorneys and the judge stuff.
Yeah.
And then the attorneys get to ask questions, personal questions to other people. And in this case, I could say it now because
it's not. Well, it could still be daring, but I'm not on the jury anymore. So like,
Yeah.
it's
Your
it was,
opinion doesn't.
yeah, it was I didn't see anything else. It was just a DUI case, and there's 2 people on the current jury that had DUI, like that have gotten DUIs. So the attorney for the people who's trying to prove the man guilty of being charged with DUI, he's like, nah, I don't like. They could be prejudiced against my case or whatever. So he gets out rid of those people, and it goes. The defendant attorney does that also. Like there's a lady that ran like a clinic for rehab of like alcoholics and like drug addicts and stuff. And he's like, I don't want her to be in the jury because she could be prejudiced towards my client of having a DUI. So they just ask these questions.
Interesting.
Yeah, they ask questions, and the judge says, attorney of the people or whatever. He's like, would you like to excuse any jury? And like it just went back and forth until, well, that actually went quick, and they got rid of 4 people right like that, and the 4 extras went in.
Yeah.
And then there's an open seat still, so there's an open seat in the jury, and then the 4 backups were open. So then the jury calls 5 more people. I'm like, or the judge calls 5 more. I'm like, I was like
you've
got to
be
because I was like, oh, I'm excited, but at the same time I'm like kind of scared, and my name didn't get called.
No.
I'm like, ooh. So I'm still in the crowd, but dude, the courtroom was so cold. I was shivering, and you know I don't get cold easy. I mean hot, like yeah, because I like being in the cold, but I was cold. But yeah, they asked questions, and then there was this one woman that she actually don't even know if I could be saying this. Well, she's just this one person, because I don't know her name. Who was on the jury. She got hit by a drunk driver, like in a car crash. And why are you smiling? Why are you smiling, dude?
What happened?
She got hit by a drunk driver. It was a car crash though.
Yeah, that's bad.
And yeah, obviously the defendant.
I'm sorry, it's not good. It's
the
bad.
defendant obviously wanted her out, so they got her out. But then the people's attorney, or the attorney of the people, he didn't have anyone else to get rid of, and then it went back to the other guy, and the defendant, he didn't have anybody to get rid of. And once they have their jury, all the extra juries in the crowd get to go home, and they're done. So I got to go home and I was done. But then I'm walking back with my grandpa, and my grandpa's like, yeah, I was talking with the defendant attorney, and the guy who was charged with the DUI, supposedly, he was completely Russian, so he had a translator behind him the whole time, just like whispering it to him. And my grandpa was like, he was talking to the attorney, and he's like, yeah, I'm just here because it's my grandson's like first jury, and I'm just checking it out and stuff. And he's like, oh really? He's like, what is he doing? Like, he's like, oh, he's a student at Chico State, and he's got finals coming up, blah blah blah. He's like, well, if he ever gets called to the jury, I'll ask him some questions, and we'll make sure he gets out so he can get back to finals. I'm like, hell yeah, that's freaking, what a dope guy. But you don't know that dope guy, he could just be playing a part because he's obviously trying to act all nice because he's trying to defend someone who was charged with DUI. Freaking, it's very dramatic.
Right. Yeah,
the entire like the thing itself was very dramatic. I'm like, holy moly! I was like smiling and stuff because it was hard not to smile. But like, I don't know.
Only you were one out of 17 people that didn't get called. Where you said there were 38.
38. I'd say about 5 or 6 left. So then you have like
12 on the chair, 4 extra, and then 5 extra got called. That's 21. And then you said what? There were 38 people. That's 17, right?
Well, and there's like 5 or 6 people that left. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like,
so that's even.
Yeah.
Damn.
Holy moly. But yeah, and then after that we went to me and my grandpa, we went to go eat a late breakfast / lunch in at a place called Lambert's, and right next to it was this record store. It was a very cool record store. I'll have to check it out sometime.
In Yuba?
Yeah.
What is it? What's the restaurant called?
Lambert's. Can I see my wallet real fast? I took the guy's card at the record store. Sound Attitude. Look at this dude.
Oh, yeah, that's in
Bridge Street.
Sound Attitude. Oh, Bridge Street. I'm thinking of all the way over by like Peach Bowl and Plymouth, like Kooksoo 1, like right under the bridge.
Yeah, it's probably yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Like where that propane store is, and there's like kind of by Peach Bowls, right by the levee, like that neighborhood with the
that's
old
it.
like Victorian houses.
Yeah, it's in that area.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's the very end of Bridge Street. That's how far Bridge Street goes.
What?
Yeah. Well, cause think of it. You have Yuba City like this, and then you have what 99 that goes through it,
Mm-hmm.
and you have all these like streets that go across it: Gray Avenue, Lincoln, Bridge Street,
Highway 20.
Franklin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Highway 20, Clues Avenue. Yeah. Yeah, bro. So yeah, that's what I did yesterday for jury duty. It was pretty interesting. It's not as bad as people say, in my opinion. Like if it was like a murder case too, like that would have been dope to be there.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
I don't know. I can't eat Mexican candy.
No, it's like a spice.
Can I try it?
It's like tahini, like salt and like other spices, right? I just like it by itself for some reason. It's like, the best way to describe it is lime flavored salt. That's it. There's limey salt. It's gonna like hit you. It's kind of like, not bitter. I don't know how to describe it. Like tahini. It's 10 times better than tahini.
That would be pretty good on a watermelon or
Mhm.
yeah, or some not zucchini. What's that?
Bro, watermelon. Oh my
I forgot what
god.
it's called. But yeah, dude. I think that'll end it. You have any ending topics to talk about before we head out?
No, I mean this is gonna come out probably
I could.
May 4th, May 5th, and to anyone out there that's in college or high school. Actually, college. Fucking hiccups. To anyone out there getting ready for finals or in finals, good fucking luck.
Well, then you have also
Crush
people,
that shit.
Like then you have like people like Diego that still have like 6 weeks of school left.
True.
Losers.
And to those people, good luck on midterms.
Midterms. What are you freaking 12 years old? No, dude. Come
I'm
on.
gonna fucking shoot myself in the foot.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen.
I guess I'll be catching you guys along with Nick Harris
There we go.
on a later date.
See y'all in approximately a week.
Yeah, something like that.
Jesus.